What is up, fam? We're fucking tired, boys and girls. I can feel this energy of like wading through water. Like you're at the deep end. You're just barely, or not, you're not in the deep end yet, but you're like going toward the deep end, and like the further that you get in to this water, the harder it is to walk. But there's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough happening. It's coming. It's on its way. I'm gonna do a little cinnamon cleansing for you real quick. We're in this transition period, right? And I don't know what this is like for everybody. Throat chakra. I don't know what this is like for everybody. For me personally, my transition is about traveling back to my home country. I've been studying abroad for a year in Japan. Ooh. I just spilled some ashes. That's okay. Cleansing. Cleanse your space. Cleanse your stuff before you pack it away if you're in a process of moving. So yeah, there's steps that we have to take, right? We have lists of things that we have to check off, things that we have to do and put in an order before we ship ourselves or ship our things or whatever we need to do, right? There's a list of things that we need to do. And I think this anticipation of the event happening is getting us wound up. I keep seeing 3, 2, 1, which is something's on its way to you, right? We're taking the steps. 1, 2, 3 is about steps forward. 3, 2, 1 is something like blast off. You're about to be launched, right? I'm gonna pull some cards today and see what wants to come out. What does Spirit want to share with us? Or your angels, your spirit guides who love you unconditionally, your higher self. What do these energies, what are they trying to tell us? I'm hearing don't give up. The transition is only a small portion. You're being launched. Take a higher perspective. We have the owl card here. Oh, the owl. It's a mask. Okay. There's also a butterfly, so transformation. And an island. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing is very divinely protected, if you see this wing here. So you're being encapsulated by universal love. I also see some planets in the background. There's a rainbow in the corner here. Very good, very positive signs. It says follow your intuition. And I also pulled 7 deadly sins. Oh, humanity's destructive traits. I'm hearing self-sabotage. I'm hearing you're afraid of self-sabotage. But I'm also hearing that whatever you've experienced in the past has helped you to gain the skills required to move forward, right? So we have this rainbow in the corner here, just a little sliver. But then like she's wielding the rainbows herself. So like you've taken the things that you've gained, the knowledge that you've gained, and you're able to implement it in your next phase of life. This is also like, this is making me think of like being washed away. I just heard baptism. It's like being washed away. The sins of the past are being washed away. Whatever that means to you. you're able to start over. There's this saying, I don't remember who said it. You're not starting over, you're starting wiser. So if you think you're starting over, you can't actually like start over because you've already lived a portion of life, right? So when you start over, you're starting fresh, you're starting new. You have this knowledge that you've acquired and you can implement it into your next stage. So even though you think you're starting over, you're just starting with a leg up, right? And the spirit guides are helping you. There's all these animals, spirit animals, spirit guides, and the butterflies and the owls, like all of these energies, even the planetary spirits. Somebody the other day, I was watching a video and they mentioned, I was browsing through NeoCities websites, which if you don't know what NeoCities are, if you're from the 90s or you were around during that area, there was a website called GeoCities where you could create your own website, right? Well, that got, you can still access it through the Internet Archives, but it's no longer around. But there's a new one called NeoCities, and you can create your own website. I've been researching about computer science. I don't know if that is any relation to you, if computer science is important to you or not. But I've been trying to make my own website, which when I get it where I kind of am comfortable with it, I'll post a link so that you can go, because I have my meditation videos and stuff attached to that too, so. But yeah, anyway, where was I going with that? Shameless plug, I guess. Distractions. Distractions. I don't know where I was going with that, and I can't rewind and see what I was saying. Maybe that's of importance to somebody. I'm hearing make something new out of something old. Recycle. Oh, hope. Oh. There's lots of yellows. Your sacral chakra could be activating at this time. Gaining confidence. Because of rest and rejuvenate. Remember I said we're feeling really tired right now. We are really tired, and there's a lot of the hands being open to receiving. So I think you are in a state of receiving right now. Allow yourself to receive whatever the universe has to bring into you. What else does this collective need to hear today? Why did you bring them here? To think. You're here to think. Ooh, passion ignited. There's a lot of, I'm hearing inner fire. Inner fire. What lights you up? What are you passionate about? Maybe that's why I was guided to talk about the computer science thing, because I've been passionate about that for the past week and a half. Almost 2 weeks now. I'm like hyper fixated on it. I've been dreaming about it. I've been waking up and trying to work on the coding. I've never coded. I can't say I've never coded anything. I made a video game for a class. Before that time, I'd never coded anything. But it's a logical process. You have to like think logically and like solve problems, which is both things that I'm very attuned to doing. I like doing that. I think that's also why I like reading, because I can think of a problem and then I'm like, how can we solve this? And then I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, throat chakra. I'm also hearing heart chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus. So not the main three, but the middle three are activating, right? This center area, the lungs, I'm hearing the lungs Focus on your breathing. I'm also hearing Reiki, Qigong, what's the other one? Tai Chi? Energy movement. You could also do yoga. Move the energy around. That's what I'm hearing. Move the energy around. I know you're tired, but like, even if you're just laying in bed, I did that this morning. If you're just laying in bed, just like, do a little stretch. Just give a good stretch. Just let it out, you know? Just be yourself. You are safe and loved and divinely guided. Yeah, this is also making me think throat chakra, because like there's so many blues. There's so many blues in here. Emergency. Urgency? I'm hearing urgency. Urgency. Things don't have to happen as quickly as you think they do. Like, it doesn't have to immediately, you don't have to do it right away. Like, you can take your time. That's what I've been doing with this website, right? I keep coming back to this, but anyway, it's relevant. I want it to be done, right? In my mind, I always tell myself when I'm working on a project, I'm like, it's already done. Because in some timeline, it's already finished. But in the timeline I'm in right now, I'm in the process of creating it. So I have this urge to like just get it done and like let it be done. But there's beauty in the creative process, right? Allowing yourself to slow down and try to understand what's going on. There's beauty in that. I'm also seeing a lot of circles. Circles are about completion. So that could also deal with like the transition. You've completed one phase and you're coming to a new one. Doors are opening for you. Trapped in fear is in reverse on the back of the deck. Shed the things that you're afraid of. Like, I'm picking up that in the past, maybe people were judgmental about the things that you enjoyed, and that kind of snuffed out your flame for it. And I'm hearing, pick it up again. Allow yourself to be reignited. Yeah. Allow yourself to be reignited. Go back to those things that made you feel alive. That's the stuff that's going to help you find your purpose or your groove again. Right? Because we're always living our purpose. In each moment, I think the things that we do, we're already living our purpose. But if we don't feel like the things that we're doing are intentional or satisfying to us, then we don't feel like we're living purposefully. Right. Flee. Don't flee. Don't run away from the things that scare you. I'm hearing run toward the things that scare you. There's another quote. What we want most is on the other side of fear. So I think this what we want most is on the other side of fear. Our brains are naturally hardwired to protect us, right? Because back in like caveman days, like if we heard a rustling in the leaves, like we were on high alert, right? And I'm picking up that like when we're confronted with opposition, it sparks this primal instinct, right? When somebody tries to go against us, it ignites this primal instinct to protect ourselves. And in today's modern society, I think that a lot of people, to protect themselves, they don't actually go after the things that they want for fear of being rejected, right? It's a fear of rejection. And I'm also picking up that I'm hearing when others go against you, somebody doesn't want you to hear this. When others go against you, it's because you are doing your purposeful work, right? When we're met with this opposition, it's because there's a barrier there. I'm hearing it's a barrier within our subconscious, right? Because we know it's an old wound. We know internally that we're doing the things that we love, that we're fired up to do, right? But in the back of our minds, there's this other voice that's like, you're not good enough. You can't do that. And so then that's reflected to us from the opposition. Somebody will come up to you and be like, well, why are you doing that? And then you stop and you think about it. But that's triggering that other voice in the back of your head, like, no, he's right, I can't do this. And it sets up this imposter syndrome, right? You guys. But you're doing great things. You're doing everything that you are meant to do. And I'm so proud of you. Especially if you're here and watching this video and you resonate with this, like, I'm so proud of you. I know how I am, and I keep going and doing things even though other people are like, well, why are you doing that? Why are you choosing to do that? I'm like, because I want to. This is my life. I do what I want, right? I felt that way with reading tarot when I first started reading tarot. People are like, why? That's witchcraft. What are you doing? I'm like, well, no. See, I can't foretell your future, but I can look into the energy and see sort of what's going on there. For me, tarot is like a reflection, like a mirror. So we look, we see, and we can interpret the symbols into where we can change and heal. I use it kind of like how Freud? Or was it Jung? I think it was Jung who used the archetypes. He used archetypes and the ink blot tests. It's kind of the same thing. We're looking into the psyche, and we're trying to understand the human experience, right? That's why I read. And I have a lot of advice to share that, like, when I was younger, I would give, like, a lot of unsolicited advice to people. I don't even know where my advice came from, to be honest. It's just in there. And so this reading cards gives me my purpose. This is my passion. And there's just a bird. Confirmation. If I don't read, when I don't read, I feel stuck. I feel like I'm not fully living, right? But when I sit down and I do these readings, and like, this was just random, but I feel so much better in myself. And I hope that, like, you feel good too. I want you to feel good too. My intention for these readings is just to get you thinking. I wrote this thing after I got out of the shower today. My hair's still wet, as you can see, but our thoughts are a form of self-expression. Okay? And the thoughts that we have, doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. Okay? Somebody can say, oh, well, you can have wrong, if you think about murder, that's a wrong thought. Semantics, okay. But anyway, the thoughts, the things that we think, it's a form of expression. It's a form of our trying to understand the experience and put it into words, right? That's what thoughts are. You could also have visual thoughts or whatever. Anyway, thinking is our way of knowing that we're alive. Because what other creatures that we know of can think the way that we think, can process information the way that we can process? So in my opinion, in my understanding of things, thoughts are foundational to the human experience, as are emotions and all these other, like, they're all separate individual little things, but they're also connected, same as us. We're all separate little individual beings, but we're also connected. So you and somebody else can have a very similar experience, but you will experience it in two distinct ways because of your perception, right? We call it in philosophy, it's called phenomenology. So phenomenology is one of my favorite areas of study, is the study of human experience as it's experienced. So the way that you experience reality is different than how I experience reality or perceive. The way that we perceive what is happening in our world is going to be different, because what's happening out here is just an expression of what's happening in here. This took a very philosophical turn. I've been thinking a lot today. I don't know, where's the moon? I don't know, where are the planets? I don't know. But anyway. I only pulled 4 cards. This is a lot. This is amazing. You guys are doing great. Take a rest. Think. Allow yourself to think. And what I gathered from this is you don't have to act right away, right? You can take your time with your thoughts, write stuff down. Taking notes is the best way, in my opinion. I don't mind being wrong. That's another thing I was thinking about today, is like, all I care about is thinking. If I get you thinking about something, my job is complete. I don't care if the thoughts that you have are right or wrong. I don't care if you think my thoughts are right or wrong. All I care is that we're thinking. Because we have the ability to think. And so we should use our ability to think. That's what I think. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the message for the day. I hope that you got something out of this. If you did, you can leave a comment below, or I don't know, I don't like telling people to subscribe, but if you feel called to do that, feel free. If you don't want to, that's fine. I do hope you come back again, though. I like I like life. We have fun here. Don't take life so seriously. Allow yourself to enjoy. And remember that you are loved, you are cherished, and me, the angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self, everybody, super proud of you. You're doing amazing stuff. With that being said, shadow and light, my friends. Have a great day.